Apollon's Wheel. This unique barbell was made famous by turn-of-the-century strongman Louis Apollon Uni. The barbell resembles two train wheels welded together to a thick bar for a total weight of 366 pounds. Only 10 men have ever lifted it above their head. Jamie, Brian Sider's first ever strongman competition, Apollon's Wheel, is where he will start off his career in strongman. This guy has explosive power.
Yeah, as we said, he's the current IPF super heavyweight powerlifting champion, 26 years of age, 6'2", 335 pounds, a very tightly packed, explosive muscle, Brian Siders.
The only challenge I've heard about Brian Siders is that technique is going to play a big part. It's just a lack of experience right now in his first major competition.
Yeah, well, like we said, this is new territory for Brian Siders, but if base strength is anything to go on, he's got this in abundance, Doug.
Yeah, and when we say explosive power, that is from top to bottom.
Once again, a continental, very, very easily there. The press is effortless for Brian Siders. That was a fantastic lift.
Siders only 10 seconds to complete his first lift. Look at this. Now to his second one. Siders presses out for number 2.
Well, we said Brian Siders is an explosive lifter. And he certainly exploded on this stage here with the Apollon's Wheel. Remember, the most we've ever seen this lifted before is 5 times. It's 30 seconds gone on the clock. And Brian Siders has already got 3 lifts.
Absolutely. Siders, 45 seconds gone, has 3 complete lifts. He has blown away the competition in the early going of Apollon's Wheel.
Well, as we said about upper body strength, Brian is the world record holder in the bench press. So he's very, very strong pressing, and that's evident here in the pressing. It seems to be effortless for Brian Siders.
4 complete reps for Siders, just under a minute left.
He's just getting his breath again. Here, Brian, putting some chalk on. The coaches are shouting to him, get your breath, Brian, take your time. He's got enough left time for one more lift.
34 seconds left on the clock. Siders going for lift number 5. This will tie the world record in Apollon's Wheel. What a job getting it to the clean. Siders presses out, and a good lift, tying the record. He still has 15 seconds left.
This is a fantastic performance for Brian Siders. It doesn't get any bigger than this. This is the...
What a job, Jamie, by Brian Siders, coming out of the gate with explosive power.
Brian, that was incredible, unbelievable. Your powerlifting background obviously has helped you on this. Can you tell us how long you've been powerlifting?
10 years or so. 8 years competitively.
Wow, and you have the world record in the bench press, is that correct?
In the total.
Unbelievable, and now you have the world record in this as well. And this is your first year competing in strongman?
Yes.
So this is a good start, I'd say. Is this going to set the mood for the rest of the event?
Hopefully.
Yeah, good job. Thank you.
Jamie Vasil-Vedeschuk from the Ukraine, the current world champion. And when you talk upper body strength, he is the epitome. Look it up in the dictionary. His picture's beside it.
Yeah, he's got a very, very big bone structure, Vasil, very broad. But he's also got huge legs as well. His legs measure 36 inches around. And when he's pressing, he uses his legs perfectly as he jerks. Gets a lot of strength from there, Vasil. 30 years of age, Vasil, 6'3", 340 pounds.
Only 30 years of age, beginning his 2 minutes now is Vasil-Vedeschuk. Boy, that threw him off a little bit, but Vedeschuk, nice job corralling the weight and presses it up with relative ease.
Yeah, he used his legs as we said he would, Doug.
He's hungry. He's ready to go again.
That was a good easy lift now. Vasil's in the groove and he cleaned that straight to the shoulders.
Tremendous power from Vasil-Vedeschuk. Vedaschuk.
Well, he's taking no prisoners here, Doug. 30 seconds have gone, and that's 2 lifts for Vasil.
Explosive power right from the floor, Jamie.
Well, the second rep, he took it straight up to his shoulders.
Vasil again goes right to the shoulders. 1:15 left on the clock. Oh, he's unable to get the press on that one. Holds it there again, tries it, and powers up.
Another nice lift. That's 3 lifts for Vasil, and he's got a minute left.
Jamie, for these guys, how much do training partners and coaching come into it?
Well, they play a big part, Doug. Very big part. They need all the support in the gym of the training partners, obviously the spotters. Most of the guys travel as well with a coach. Here goes Vasil for number 4.
Still 40 seconds left on the clock. Vasil, plenty of time.
Using the legs again, up Vasil and a dip. And that's number 4. He's got 30 seconds left. He needs one more lift to tie Brian Siders.
Well, Siders put on a clinic early on with 5 repetitions, tying the world record. Now it's Vasil Vedaschuk. 15 seconds left on the clock. He's going to have to hurry. Nice job getting it to the chest.
He's got 9 seconds left. Nice and stable.
Great press out.
Fantastic.
Vasil Vedaschuk tying Brian Siders as time expires.
Well, he timed that perfectly there, Doug.
Just like you said, Jamie, Vasil Vedaschuk took his time between lifts. What a job as you look at it again.
You see, he's nice and stable here. Uses his thighs, jerks up the weight, just pops under it, lock out, and that's another nice clean lift.
Heck of a job from the big 30-year-old from the Ukraine, Vasil Vedaschuk. Always a fan favorite. Sven Carlson steps up. 6'3", 330 pounds, and he hasn't looked in better shape in quite some time. He looks fabulous.
Yeah, he looks nice and lean here, Sven. Remember, he's last year's runner-up. I'm sure he'd like to jump one place and win this. Another explosive guy. Once again, the clean straight up to the shoulders. Let's see the press. Nice job from Sven Carlson. Very workmanlike there. He's got the rhythm now. The clock's away.
Under 15 seconds, and he's moving into his second rep. Already made the clean. Boy, Sven Carlson is on a torrent pace.
Just taking a breather here. That was 2 reps in 30 seconds for Sven. Got to get his composure again, going down. Not as high this time with the clean. Has to continental the bar up to his shoulders. Here comes the press. Struggling a little bit to lock it, but he's got it. That's 3 lifts for Sven Carlson, and a minute to go.
Exactly, Sven Carlson. 3 reps in the first minute. Only Brian Siders was able to accomplish that. He finished with 5 complete reps.
Sven putting some chalk there on his chest. He doesn't want the bar to slip. He knows this is a crucial lift now.
Down to 40 seconds on the clock.
Well, I think Sven's just going to run the clock down and get one good lift here. Struggling a little bit this time on the continental. But he's got it. It's up there, it's racked. Can he press it? No, he throws it down.
Still with 24 seconds left on the clock. Sven Carlson may just walk away and let the final 20 seconds tick away.
Well, he doesn't look injured. He's looking at the clock.
No, he will walk away. Sven Carlson, 3 lifts in the first minute, and that's good to put him around middle of the pack right now, Jamie.
Yeah, you just watch on this lift here with Sven on the press, struggling to lock it out. This is his last repetition. Once again waiting for the signal, and down. Sven ends with 3 good lifts.
And he is standing by with Tammy.
Sven, 3 good lifts. That's good. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do this 10 kilo lighter this year, so I will come back in the other events.
Right.
So it's not too bad.
And do you have any jet lag? I know you tried traveled far? Did you come a couple days early?
No, I never had a problem coming here. So I'm fine!
Yeah.
Well, out comes the heaviest man of the competition at around 400 pounds, Big Daddy Glenn Ross from Ireland.
Jamie, Glenn Ross, tremendous shoulders on this man.
Yeah, Glenn excels at static strength when his feet are just planted into the floor, and this is an ideal event for Glenn. 33 years old at the moment, Glenn, 6'1", and as I said before, 400 pounds body weight.
In 2004, he won Europe's and UK's strongest man.
That's a good clean. Once again, like Hugo being so big in the upper body, Glenn struggling, but presses that out with no legs at all.
That was all shoulders and triceps. Gets it to the shoulder again. And again, Glenn has trouble getting that left arm into place. Ready into Apollo's wheel, but again, presses out nicely with 125 left on the clock.
Like on that rep, he never used his legs at all, Doug. That was just a standing press. That takes tremendous back strength as well, because that's got to keep his legs and upper body stable. This is just brute strength by Glenn Ross. He's just manhandling those wheels, but he's struggling on the press now. He's fighting this one. He can't get that. And it's down.
Glenn Ross with 2 clean reps to his credit.
Might just be struggling on the endurance, Glenn. But once again, he's trying to press it with no legs. It's up. Tremendous tricep power there for Glenn Ross.
There is the 3rd rep for a very happy Glenn Ross.
2 seconds left for Glenn.
The big
3 good
Irishman.
solid lifts.
Jamie, take a look at that one more time. That 3rd one was a massive one.
Yeah, you can see it's just a standing press. He leans back, fighting the lift here. In come the triceps, and he locks it out. Good lift for Glenn.
365 pounds, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall. This 29-year-old Jamie is so much fun to watch.
Yeah, he's the defending champion. The most he's ever lifted these wheels is 5 times. Brian Siders just matched that earlier. He got 5 lifts. So now there's a lot of pressure on Zydrunas here. He knows to win this event, he's got to get at least 5 good lifts and another clean. Nice and stable here. Let's see the press. Very easy for Zydrunas. That's 10 seconds and 1 good lift already under his belt.
Jamie, when you talk about raw power, you look at a guy like Zydrunas.
He's a big man, Doug. He's 375 pounds, 6'3". He's a huge guy. But on top of that as well, he's very athletic, he's a good athlete, and he's a good strongman.
23.5-inch biceps. That's going to help him on the press.
Yeah, you can see here using the arm strength, just a continental it up. The press, very, very easy. And a very powerful lockout. That's 3 lifts, and he's got 1 minute and 15 seconds left. The question is here, Doug, can he make 6 lifts and take the first event away from Brian Siders?
And set a new world record in the process. You talked about Vasil Berezchuk being all business, but Zydrunas has come out with 1 goal and 1 goal in mind, and that is win Apollo's wheel. The first event is a key for him.
Yeah, he knows this is a strong event for him. It's important to get as many points on the board as he can. This is to equal Brian Siders. Very easy. 34 seconds left. Can he get 1 more lift here, Doug, and take this first event? He's choking up, he's taking his time. It's just another day in the office for Zydrunas. No emotion on his face at all.
Savickas, under 20 seconds. Gets it to the shoulder for the cleat. Will he be able to power it up? 10 seconds left. Savickas sets the world record.
Fantastic performance there from the defending champion from Lithuania, Zydrunas Savickas. Being congratulated there by the organisers.
Jamie, take a look at the world-setting pace.
Yeah, you see here, he's nice and composed, very relaxed, pops up the clean, no mistakes, and a nice clean press for the world record, 6 reps.
Still the man to beat. Zydrunas Savickas is with Tammy.
Is that what you went out there in your head thinking you were going to do?
Yeah, because last record was mine also, and I training hard. And in training I lift 5 reps, and I know that in competition I can lift 1 more.
Good stuff. And is that because the adrenaline? Does that give you extra power?
The crowd, as a guy is very strong, and you have to lift best.
And you did. Good job.
Thanks.
Thank you. Up next, we have the Hummer deadlift, an unbelievable event where they are lifting sometimes up to 800 pounds, which would equal the same as lifting these 2 strong men.
So Sven Karlsson, 878 pounds is what he will attempt.
Once again, plenty of chalk on the hands. He doesn't want to slip.
Jamie, how tough is it for these guys to go up? Well, he's going up 62 pounds. It's a pretty big jump.
It is a big jump indeed, but remember, most of the guys, they know exactly what they can lift from the training. They've just got to go out and try and duplicate that lift.
Was their first go-round really just to get used to the apparatus?
Yeah, it's just an easy opener. Feel the way in, get the groove on the deadlift. Here goes Sven. Pulls in, a little more difficult. He locks it down, gets the signal from Mark Henry and Eddie Cohen, the chief referees, and that's a good second attempt for Sven Karlsson.
878 pounds. What a job from Sven Karlsson.
Two-time Olympian world champion, 26-year-old West Virginia known, first ever strongman competitor, Brian Slaughter.
Well, here's the competition and a competitor. This guy will be right at home. Brian Siders at 878 pounds, and again, sniffing the ammonia, clear the head.
Yeah, they clear the head. It helps them get psyched up. Plenty of chalk again. He doesn't want to slip. Gives him a good grip. He's shouting for the crowd for some encouragement. Brian knows this is a very important lift. 878 pounds, and it's his second attempt.
This lift will put Siders into the lead with Sven Karlsson. 878.
Wow. So easy.
Not much difficulty there. Brian Siders.
I'll tell you what, though. This guy, Brian Siders, is freakishly strong. Everything looks so easy.
A true workman-like effort from Siders. Walks up, steps up, takes 2 or 3 seconds, and powers it up for a victory.
This is the contest he looks forward to all year long.
Well, here comes the current champion, Zydrunas Savickas, at the same weight that Brian Siders has just pulled, 878 pounds.
Eating his extra bowl from Wheaties. He's had an extra hamburger or 2 leading up to this contest, or 2.
We've seen this guy before, go over 900 pounds with these wheels.
This is the second attempt.
He's really making sure those straps are tight now. You can see him winding them round the bar.
From 829, now 878 for Zydrunas Savickas.
That's nice and tight now, that strap. It pulls, drives.
Very smooth from Savickas. Boy, he and Siders just seem to be attacking the apparatus.
Once again, Mark Phillip is sniffing some ammonia to clear the head. Psyching himself up here, speaking to himself.
So Phillip makes his way to the stage. Here he comes. First man over 900 pounds, Jamie, and this is going to separate a lot of the men from the boys.
This is a huge lift for Mark. 900.5, second attempt. Once again, putting the straps on nice and tight.
Philippi, the winner of this event last year, has something to prove to his fellow competitors.
Here we go, 900 pounds. Mark Philippi.
Philippi, nice job. Very smooth getting it up.
Goodness gracious.
That was a very good lift from Mark Philippi.
Great job. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stage.
Here comes Ireland's Glenn Ross to the stage, weighing in at 400 pounds, but he's going to attempt 933 pounds. Now that is over a 100-pound jump in weight, Jamie.
It is a big jump in weight, but he must have felt very confident on his earlier lift to make this kind of jump. Remember, the world record on this event is held by Carl Gillingham's brother Brad, and it's set at 975 pounds.
Down. Very smooth and good at 933 pounds. He looks like he's got a lot more left in him.
Yeah, that looks a comfortable lift there for Glenn. That brings round two to a close.
878 pounds for Carl Gillingham as he steps up to the bar.
Yeah, and as we said, the record on these wheels of 975 pounds is held by Carl's brother Brad. That's the official record on this equipment.
Get under it and use your hips.
And this is Carl's third and final attempt at 878 pounds.
Come on.
Really concentrating here, Carl Gillingham.
He's got it past the knees and up. That is good for Carl Gillingham. Boy, is he happy. 878 pounds.
He knows that was a testing lift.
So Vasil Vedaschuk looks to join Sadrunas Savickas and Mark Philippi. Glenn Ross and Mark Philippi in the 900 club. Vasil at 900 pounds. Once again, he goes through his same mental preparations he went through on the first two lifts.
Yeah, he's a very methodical lifter. Vasil Vedaschuk, everything's got to be right. His foot position.
1 minute remaining.
Putting the straps on nice and tight here for this attempt of 900 pounds.
He has to be able to see himself bouncing his head.
The progress that Vasil has made on this lift, Doug, it's been outstanding. He's put around 200 pounds on his lift from last year. 900 pounds for Vasil Vedaschuk.
Boy, a lot of difficulty. If he can get it to the knees, you know he's got the upper body strength and the back strength to be able to pull it up.
Come on.
Having to sit deep and use those legs. But no, it's too heavy.
So Vasil Vedaschuk unable to complete 900 pounds. His best lift will be 856. Sven Karlsson to take on the bar at 917 pounds. Looking to join that 900-pound club of Mark Philippi and Glenn Ross.
Yeah, this is an important lift here for Sven Karlsson.
Come on, Sven. No
Getting
stop.
psyched up now, getting the breath in.
1 minute.
Here he goes.
Wasting no time, Sven Karlsson gets it up. 917 pounds and hangs on for an extra second.
Yeah, that's a good lift there. He's delighted with that, Sven Karlsson. 917 pounds.
That's a good lift, and Sven said no.
So Sadrunas Savickas of Lithuania will come in at 917 pounds as well. That'll join Sven Karlsson at 917. You know, Jamie, Savickas was so easily through the first two lifts. You got to believe that he could have gone beyond 917.
Yeah, well, he knows he's got to make sure of this lift and hope that a couple of the other guys miss their attempts. I think he's going to nail this. He's very confident with this weight, and I don't think he wants to gamble, Doug.
Savickas, no problem at 917 pounds.
Well, I think he had
Savickas.
I think he had some more left there. I think he'll be kicking himself. It looked like he could have gone around 940 pounds after that lift.
Please welcome to the stage, two-time IPL Super World Champion, Brian Cameron Siders from West Polygon, Virginia. Attempting the weight of 933.5.
Well, Brian Siders has come in at 933.5 pounds, Jamie, and if he can finish this one off, that will put a lot of pressure on Glenn Ross and Mark Phillippe.
It will indeed. This is a crucial lift, but it's a positioning powerlifting that Brian Siders has been in before. He knows how to apply the pressure on the other lifters.
Talked about him being a true workman-like effort. He gets in, gets set, and does his job.
Here he goes, winding it up at 933 pounds, and that was easy.
Is there no limit to the strength of Brian Siders? What a job at 933.5 pounds. Look at that one more time, Jamie.
Yeah, you can see he sits in, very explosive, and boom. Brian Siders looks like he could be the guy who takes this event next time over 1,000 pounds.
Well, Brian Siders is standing by with our own Tammy Tyson.
Brian, this is looking so easy. Is it as easy as it looks?
The apparatus is complicated, but it's a lot easier than I expected. It's not like a bar that doesn't whip. If you use the whip right, it can help your pounds a lot. So
This is your first competition, and are you surprised at all with how well you are doing so far?
well, in powerlifting, I think the powerlifting events really helped this event here. So the international competition I'm used to is similar. So
Well, it's great. We love watching you. Thanks.
Well, Brian Siders was good at 933.5 pounds. Mark Phillippe is going to go for 950 pounds.
Yeah, this is big deadlift in here with Mark Phillippe. Only 25 pounds short of the world record on this apparatus, Mark Phillippe here. And his last lift of 900.5 pounds looked pretty easy.
Push. Come on, bud. Up.
He's got it off the ground. Past the knees. Up and locks out. What a job at 950 pounds from Mark Phillippe.
Yeah, fantastic lifting from Mark Phillippe here. You can see he's working really hard over the knee to the lockout. He locks it out and screams with delight. That's a fantastic lift for Mark Phillippe of 950 pounds.
It'll be interesting to see if Mark goes for a fourth attempt at a world record. He's standing by with Tammy.
Do you think you're going to go for a fourth attempt and a world record?
We'll see what Glenn does. He's strong today, so.
And how about you? Do you feel strong today?
Yeah, I feel strong. It's just, I wanted to make him earn it and see if he pulls this. We'll take a look and see what it looks like and make our decision. So.
Thanks.
Here comes Big Daddy. Big Glenn Ross of Ireland. He's set to take on a world record lift, 977.5 pounds. That's 2.5 pounds more than the current world record set by Brad Gillingham.
Yeah, not only does it give him the world record, it gives him the win at this event. The most weight we've seen moved on this deadlift today is 950 pounds from Mark Phillippe. So this one's for all the marbles with Glenn Ross, a win and a world record.
Phillippe has put the pressure at 950 pounds and successful. Square in the shoulders of Glenn Ross. He's up. And good at a world record. 977.5 pounds for Ireland's Glenn Ross.
Very good lifting there from Glenn Ross.
Well, Jamie, take a look at that one more time from Glenn Ross. What a great effort.
Yeah, and the interesting thing on this lift is not even wearing a belt. He pulls it up, he works hard at the lockout, but that's a good lift for Glenn Ross and a world record.
Unbelievable. How do you feel? Tell us a little bit.
Well, breaking world records is what the daddy's about. And when it comes to deadlifting, I am the daddy!
Yeah, you bet he is.
After two events, Adrunas Savickas continues to lead the way, a half-point lead over Glenn Ross and Brian Siders. Savickas with 16.5, Siders and Ross with 16, Carlson with 13 and a half. Very tough to keep control of the weight because of the large handle, 2.47 inches in diameter.
Yeah, it's very difficult to grip it. Hugo puts it down.
He's still got 50 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time to re-chalk and tack it again. Would he switch arms now?
Yeah, I think he's got to switch arms up to his right hand. He should be strong arm. You see he's stretching his arm out at the other side to get his balance. But this is very, very strict control lifting from Hugo Girard, and it's very powerful too.
8 reps are clean for Hugo Girard of Canada.
9. Take it down, take it down, take it down. Take it down a little bit, yeah.
Here he goes, he's struggling a little bit, he's gone backwards. He lost his balance a little bit there.
Absolutely, with 10 seconds left on the clock. Hugo will probably just run out of time. He's going to try to maybe pop one more up. 5 seconds
left. 5 seconds now, here he goes. One more good rep for Hugo.
And holds it up for posterity. Hugo Girard. And that's the kind of effort Hugo Girard needs to kick off day 2, Jamie.
Yeah, that was a good result.
Take a look at it one more time in the replay, Jamie.
You see here on this one, he gets it up, he starts to lose his balance, going backward a little bit, loses momentum, and the dumbbell drops down.
Those 22-inch biceps of Hugo Girard really came up big for him there. He's with Tammy Tyson.
Hugo, this competition, it's been a little rough, but this event is your event. Do you feel good about it?
You know what? I'm going to wait to see the other competitors. But you know what? Very awkward. It's definitely not my best showing. I've done better also in training, so things are not going my way today.
Okay, and when you went into this event, did you have a number in your head that you were trying to reach?
That was 10. So I reached that number. So now let's the rest catch it.
Okay, thank you.
Big Daddy Glenn Ross, 6'1", 400 pounds, and this is an event suited directly for his strength, Jamie.
It is indeed. Glenn Ross likes these static events. We saw him perform really well on the deadlift, taking that world record at 977 pounds. And here again, we've got a static event, just relying on shoulder power. Very well suited to Glenn Ross.
And became a fan favorite with his intensity yesterday here at the Arnold Classic.
Well, he definitely gets psyched up. He's just receiving orders from the referee. But I'm sure Glenn will thrive at this kind of event. Asking for support from the crowd here, getting psyched up Glenn Ross, and away we go.
1, 2, hold it down, 3, take it down.
Glenn Ross, 3 quick reps.
You see again on this press, Glenn Ross is not using his legs. It's just a direct strength press.
5 reps with 110 to go. Everything done with the right arm from Glenn Ross.
That's 7 reps so far.
Just breaking the 1-minute barrier. Glenn Ross, plenty of time to try to take down Hugo Girard's 10 reps.
And once again, he's having trouble with the left arm.
45 seconds remaining.
He's drifting back again. Can he control it? Yes, he can.
That's his 8th rep. 35 seconds left on the clock for Big Glenn Ross. Big Daddy said he's just 2 reps away from the lead.
But the clock's ticking down now. He's got 25 seconds left. And remember, he's only using his right arm. He can't press it with his left. There's going to be a lot of fatigue and lactic acid in that right-hand side for Glenn Ross.
There's his 9th rep. Glenn Ross looking to go for the tie with Hugo Girard. Only 10 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this is it on his left hand now, Doug.
Can he get it out? Yes, he does. There is the 10th rep to tie him for first place. Big Daddy Glenn Ross.
Well, he's milking the crowd here, Glenn. He knows at the moment that's good enough to equal first place with Hugo Girard. You see here on his last lift with his left hand, it drifts out a little bit, but he controls it, good stability, presses it, and that's his 10th rep.
Big Daddy gets it up for 10 reps to tie Hugo Girard for current top spot in the inch dumbbell.
Unbelievable, 10 repetitions, and the crowd loves you. How motivating is that?
Just keep telling you, this is a daddy event. This is Strongman, pure power, and this is where the daddy comes through. I am the daddy!
Jamie, the big surprise in day one was that man, Brian Siders. What a job he did in day one, as he currently sits behind only Sven Karlsson, Vasil Vedeschuk, and Zydrunas Savickas. You gotta believe that if he performs well in the opening event of day two, he may be on his way to challenging Savickas.
He will indeed, Doug. I think Brian Siders has impressed us all with his strength, his attitude. He's a very, very quiet man. I think Brian Siders could seriously challenge 10 repetitions here. He was very strong in the shoulders in the Apollon's axle.
You'll do it down and you do it run. I'll call your rep. Okay. Ready and I'll start the clock. Okay.
Overall, Brian Siders.
Get ready. Good luck.
The inch dumbbell weighing 172 pounds, 2.47-inch diameter handle, and Siders is attacking it right out of the gate.
Look at his power, he's pressing out, no legs. Tremendous lifting again from Brian Siders.
As with all the other competitors, it's all been the balance of the apparatus that has hindered them.
Playing time. 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining.
Down to the 1 minute barrier for Brian Siders. Will he switch arms to the left hand? Yes, he will. And looks very smooth doing it.
He does indeed. Like I said, he's impressed us all, Brian Siders. And this is tremendous lifting again. He's only halfway. 42 seconds left. And already 7 good repetitions from Brian Siders.
Here's Siders' 8th rep. 1 rep behind the leaders, Glenn Ross and Hugo Girard. Now we have a 3-way tie. 1 more for the lead. Siders looking to put it up with 20 seconds left on the clock.
To try to take the lead, currently a 3-way tie.
15 seconds, Alan. Go time, get it.
Currently a 3-way tie.
Couldn't do it. Brian Siders could not get it up for the 11th rep. Took 1 crack at it, and time will expire.
Well, you see here, it is this 11th one. It's the last one. He knows the clock's ticking down. He's off the platform. It pushes and it drifts out front and crashes down on the stage.
Well, for the 4th consecutive event, Brian Siders puts on a show for the hometown American fans, and he's with Tammy.
Brian, did you come into this event thinking, I've got to get 11? How much does the mental come into this competition?
I wasn't sure. I figured I was good for 10. That's what I got. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, and did you expect the support that you're getting from the crowd? The crowd is so exciting and loving you.
I really appreciate it. I didn't expect it. That's the best thing so far about Strongman.
Stick around.
We've got 3 leaders at 10 repetitions leading the way in the inch dumbbell. 172 pounds over the head. And here is the current world champion, Vasil Vedeschuk, who's battling a bicep injury.
Well, it's on his left arm. It's his left bicep, and I know Vasil's right-handed. I don't think Vasil will attempt to press with the left arm at all. I think it's going to be all right hand for Vasil here.
And a lot of all 3 guys that were able to complete 10 repetitions did at least 1 or 2 reps with their opposite arm, so that may cost him in the long run.
Indeed it will. I think he's got to use the time, Doug, here. Maybe the technique for Vasil, just a couple of reps, put it down, take a break, then go again.
Go. You ready? And then you go. Ready? And I say go. Okay?
Guys, the world's strongest man sitting 1 or 2 weeks.
Now, Vasil, a former shot putter, Jamie, that training and all that experience from shot put has got to help him in an event like this. He's used to corralling a weight up around the head area.
He is, but you know, not 172 pounds, Doug. There's a lot of other muscles come into play here for stability. The lumbar muscles, the back, the legs. But we know Vasil's very strong overhead, and this could be another event that suits him. He's gone to the left arm straight away.
He's going to try to at least get one or two early on from the left arm. There's one. Look at the massive bruising in the elbow area of Vasil Vedaschuk, heavily taped.
Well, it doesn't seem to be stopping him, Doug, because that's 3 reps already with his badly bruised left bicep.
Vasil able to push out for his 4th rep. 50 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time as rep number 5 goes up.
Now, can he get 5 with the right arm? He's looking at the clock.
He knows he's got a lot of time left. He's getting the crowd into it. Here is the current world champion, Vasil Vedaschuk. From Vedaschuk, 20 seconds left on the clock. Jamie, he only needs 2 more to tie for first.
But it's looking more difficult now. That was the hardest rep so far.
Unable to get number 10. Vedaschuk still has 8 seconds. Can't get up number 10. Vasil Vedaschuk will finish with 9 repetitions and a heck of an effort. Jamie, take a look at that one more time.
Yeah, you can see here, he struggles on number 9 to lock it. The fatigue's starting to set in. And number 10 is just 1 too far.
So Vasil Vedaschuk just sits behind our 3 leaders with 10 reps. He finishes off with 9. Zydrunas Savickas is up next. He's the current overall leader and the 2-time and defending champion. Boy, Jamie, he's got his work cut out for him now with 10 reps, a lofty goal to beat.
It is indeed, but as we said before, the upper body like the Pollens wheels. Savickas came to the front in that event. Can he do it again here and get 11 reps and take another event? This looks comfortable, easy press, just wetting a little bit with the stability then.
Savickas with number 3. He has the crowd into it, counting along. That's his 5th rep with his right arm. Get some more oxygen into the bloodstream. He'll switch. No, he's going to stay with the right arm, Jamie.
Yeah, he took a little rest there, but it's all one-sided at the minute for Savickas. He's struggling once again a little bit. The fatigue's coming in. Wise move here, having a little break.
7 repetitions, still 40 seconds left on the clock. He needs 3 good reps to join the leaders.
Well, his coach is shouting from the side, change hands. But that's proving a bit of a problem for Zydrunas. He's got 20 seconds left on the clock now.
Goes back to his right arm. Savickas can't power it up. Stuck at 7 reps, and he went through 7 reps with still 46 seconds left on the clock.
Well, are we seeing a chink here in Savickas' armour? This is only going to put him into 4th position.
Could not control the weight for a final press out, and Zydrunas Savickas will finish with 7 repetitions. Take a look at that last attempt, Jamie. He just couldn't gather the weight.
No, you can see he gets up to his tricep, and he can't lock it out. And I think Zydrunas will be disappointed with that.
You still have 2 more events left. Do you think that you're going to do well enough in those 2 events to take the lead?
I hope it'll be good events for me. But of course, all athletes very strong, and until we finished last event. We do not know how it will be.
And is there pressure on you because you did win the last 2 years? Is that affecting you?
Yeah, of course I have pressure, but I don't think about it.
Yeah.
I think about event.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Through 4 events, Adrunas Savekis well on his way to his 3rd consecutive victory at the Arnold Classic. Vasil Vedeschuk currently sitting 3 points back in 2nd spot. Glenn Ross and Brian Siders hot on the heels. The hammer of strength. Our athletes attempt to upend a giant hammer that's 18 feet long. Weight is added with every attempt. Each notch, the weight gets heavier and heavier. So Van Hatfield, the first man out of the gate here in round 2, and was also the first man to complete the hammer of strength in round number 1. They've upped the weight, Jamie, by 100 pounds and moved the hammer up 1 tire. How much more difficult does 100 pounds become for these guys?
Well, when it gets near the vertical position, that 100 pounds will probably feel like around 200 to 300 on the shoulders. I think it's going to make a big difference here. Here goes Van Hatfield.
45 seconds on the clock for Hatfield. They've cut out 15 seconds for the competitors, so it's got to come out of the gate right away and come out of the gate flying, which is what Hatfield has done.
And he's flying. He's really attacking this hammer, Hatfield.
Only 2 ratchets left for Van Hatfield. Up to the last one. Now he's got to push it further, and he does. Van Hatfield. Oh, my.
Terrific performance there from Hatfield.
I've got him in around 19 seconds, Jamie.
Yeah, you can see here on the replay from the whistle, he really attacks it and starts driving hard. Terrific performance there from Hatfield.
Van Hatfield has to be happy with that performance. He's with Sammy.
Ben, your hamstring injury, how is that feeling during this event?
I didn't feel it at all. It was more on the shoulder. That hurt on the shoulder big time.
Really? And when you went in, you did it faster this time than the first time. What, was it a mental thing?
I think it's totally mental. That's the 2nd time I've touched that thing, so definitely mental.
Impressive. Thank you.
One more. So Mark Philippi gets set to take on the hammer of strength in round 2. And Philippi, Jamie, had a very good first round.
He did indeed. He's getting psyched up now, sniffing the ammonia, getting his thoughts together. A lot of concentration here from Mark Philippi as he approaches the hammer, psyching himself up here. He knows this is a very important attempt here to stay in tune with the leaders.
Now you know Hatfield completed the hammer in about 19 seconds. Philippi having trouble. Gets it up. He's moving quickly now onto his 3rd ratchet. 32 seconds on the clock.
Once again here, Philippi attacking this apparatus. Really driving in hard here. Just missed it then. He's trying to catch it quickly. Well done, Mark Philippi.
Very good job from Mark Philippi. They'll stop the clock at 19.3 seconds left, so Philippi will sit behind Van Hatfield. What an excellent effort from the UNLV strength and conditioning coach. He's with Tammy.
Mark, how would you train for this type of an event?
Maybe partial squats.
Yeah, because the top part, I mean,
Down or something.
and when you train, do you do a lot of squatting during your training?
Yeah, some.
You can tell.
As I used to. I'm getting old. So.
Good stuff, thanks.
Well, Glenn Ross is really getting buckled up tight now. Making sure that belt's really smog against his back. Big smell of the salts for Glenn. Cleared his head. And then it's up to attack this hammer.
Ireland's Glenn Ross. The 2nd go-round at the hammer of strength. Van Hatfield currently leading the way. Just over 19 seconds.
and that's a success for Glenn Ross.
We have one more event left. How do you feel about, you've been doing so great so far, how do you feel about the Farmers Walk that's coming up?
It's just a great honour being involved in the Arnold, and I just feel that I've proved myself now to be one of the strongest men on the planet.
This last event, you seem like you had done it a million times. Have you practiced this, the squatting from different levels?
Totally new event. I've had 3 workouts on a finger that I've got at home, but not to the weight that was. So I was very pleased with the results. And Van done an absolute fantastic time, so it was going to be tough to beat anyway.
Good job. During the first round of this event, we saw 2 major injuries. Hugo Girard, who injured his Achilles tendon, and I think it's torn, so I don't think he's going to be competing in the last event. And then there's Sven Carlson, who says he might have torn some fibers in his hip, on the outside of his hip, and he's not sure. He's going to see how it feels, so hopefully we see him compete in that last event.
So Vasil Berestyuk now steps up. Round 2 of Hammer of Strength for Berestyuk, and he was outstanding in round number 1, and you know, Jamie, he wants to put on the show right here.
Well, he knows after Hatfield's attempt, he's really got to attack it. He's slapping his thighs now to psych himself up. He knows this is very important. He's just going to gather his thoughts now. But Berestyuk's very explosive in the thighs. And he's really flying from the opening bell here.
Absolutely.
One little mistake.
Berestyuk with 3 ratchets to go. Down to the final 2. 30 seconds left on the clock. Gets it up. He's going to try to push it right through. And does. That should be a lead time from Vasil Berestyuk. Take a look at that again, Jamie. What a fabulous effort.
Yeah, he's driving in really hard here, using the thighs. All the stage is shaking. Berestyuk's really aggressive here, and he gets it up for a very fast time.
Yeah, you nod, okay? And
Savickas just concerned that the clock will start only when he's ready to go. Started the clock way too early for Zydrunas Savickas, and he doesn't know what's going on. They want to know.
I think there was a little bit of a language problem there for Zydrunas. There's a lot of noise here, and I don't think he heard the signal at the start signal at all.
When I say, okay, come in, you come in, stand here. When you're ready, you give me nod. Okay, nod. And then I'll say go. But you first nod, me, go. Okay. Language problem.
Well, that's got to be tough on Savickas, Jamie. He was all set, psyched and ready to go, and then had to put everything in neutral.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if it broke his concentration at all. Very cool customer, Savickas. He's going into position to start now. He nods to the referee. I'm ready. And he's off.
Savickas has to beat a time of 16.75 seconds set by American Van Hatfield.
No mistakes so far. Slowing up a little bit now. He was trying to get 2 notches there on the ratchet.
And he does 2 notches at the end to stop the clock.
Oh, he's there. You see on the replay here, he tries to go 2 notches, makes a little mistake there, and that's going to cost him dearly. I don't think he's going to beat Hatfield's time.
Well, the thing is, though, he can afford to give up a little bit of points to Van Hatfield. Maybe coming in second is not so bad to keep his overall lead.
Well, I think Berestyuk's got the drop on him. I think that's going to put Savickas into 3rd place, and Berestyuk takes a point back.
How much pressure does this put on you for the Farmers Walk, the last event?
I won twice the last event in the past 2 years, and I feel comfortable before last event. In this event I was scared because last year I injured my foot, but now it's good.
Good stuff. So you're still expecting to take the lead with that last event?
Yeah,
All right, we look forward to watching you. Thank you.
After 5 events, Zavickas still holds on to a lead over Vasil Vedeschuk. A 3-point margin. Glenn Ross at 34.5 sits in third with Brian Siders in 4th place.
Kind of a unique event for most of these athletes. They haven't attacked something like this before.
Yeah, and it's so heavy, 886 pounds. It's very hard to balance, need a lot of stabilizing muscles, the back, the hips, the thighs.
Talk about the incline ramp and what that leads to as they progress up the ramp.
Well, it's going to play havoc with the Achilles tendons, the ankles. There's a lot of pressure on each foot, and Carl's away, and it looks like he's going steady. You can see the pressure there, making him shake. He's down already.
Every time the competitor is put down, it's that much more difficult to get a pace going and move along.
It is indeed, Doug, and the clock's ticking away. Remember, they've only got 1 minute to get to the top of this ramp. See Carl struggling with the balance a little bit. He's tipping forward. He's got to maybe grab the handles at the front so he leans back.
So if they did not complete the walk,
Carl Gillingham will not complete
the spot.
The 865-pound Timberlake. What a job from Carl Gillingham to start things off here in Veterans Memorial Auditorium. Take a look at that one more time, Jamie. What a job by Gillingham.
Yeah, you can see it's just tilting forward a little bit. The strain really starting to tell, and it goes down. But that's a good showing from Carl Gillingham.
Jamie, here comes Van Hatfield, the second man out of the gate and the second straight American. He is currently America's strongest man, and this has been a tough show for Van.
It has indeed. It's been a baptism of fire for Van.
I just asked Phil,
but he's proved well worthy of the challenge. He's just choking up now. I'm sure he'd like to go out with a big bang here, Van Hatfield. It's a good event for him too. He's very athletic, as we've seen. Good grit, good back strength.
I think the nerves might have got the better of him in day 1, but day 2 he's settled down, and he's put on a good show here in day 2.
He has indeed. Like you said, he's settled down a lot. He seems a lot more relaxed now. And you can see the confidence coming through a little bit in Van's performance.
Hatfield won the Hammer of Strength event back at Expo Hall.
Well, that's an easy pick up for Van. And he's down. He's got a re-choke now. The pickup doesn't look so hard for Van, it's just the mobility. That was definitely grip. His left hand gave way then and shot off.
You got to wonder if his poor hamstring health is going to have anything to do with this.
Yeah, it's got to be taking its toll now. This is the last event. It's been a tough last few days of competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, Van Hatfield.
Well, Van Hatfield runs out of time as well.
I think the audience is
in
starting
the
to get the flavor of this event.
Take a look at that one more time. Hatfield just couldn't keep the balance of the apparatus.
Yeah, you can see he picks it up here, and remember this is 400 kilograms, 881 pounds, and you see his grip just gives way on his left hand, and it drops down.
Van, was that slippery on your hands?
Very slippery. I wasn't expecting that. It was very slippery. Hard to hang on to. Did we?
8 feet 9. Nice. You guys did the same?
Yeah, exact same.
So you weren't expecting that slipperiness, but you're using the chalk. How about tape? Anything makes a difference?
Chalk definitely makes a difference, but that was pretty slippery. It was hard to hang on to.
All right, good job, Van.
Thank you.
You know, Jamie, you talk about moving up in the standings, and these guys have a lot on the line. $100,000 in prize money and a brand new Hummer H3. Mark Philippi looks to move up in the standings.
Well, Mark Philippi is one of these guys who will take it serious. He's a very proud guy. You can see him really choking up well here, making sure everything's right, all the preparation. He just took his smelling salts to clear his head, and away he goes.
Mark's had some leg injuries in the past. Is that going to play a part?
It could do. This is definitely putting a lot of pressure on the legs. But Mark's doing pretty well. He's starting to re-grip. He's got plenty of back strength to pick it up again. And I know Mark would love to get to the end of this ramp. It's been eating away at him since last year that he didn't get to the top.
Well, Philippi stopped near the top, but not quite there. Mark Philippi with a great showing. representing his hometown of Las Vegas, Nevada, with pride.
You see here, he sets off, drops, quick pick up again. It's down again, and that's the end of the road for Mark Philippi.
Mark Philippi with a solid effort, and he is now standing by with Tammy Tyson.
Mark, are you happy with that? You did it a lot further than the rest of the guys so far.
Yeah, I should have picked it up first and tried it because the second grip toe is better than my first. For some reason, but it's heavy after 5 events. It takes its toll on you. So.
Are you happy with all the events as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, you come, you do your best. It's a good show, and whatever happens, happens.
Thank you.
Jamie, we're down to the final 3 competitors on the final event, the Timberlift at 881 pounds. Big Daddy Glenn Ross steps up, and you know Glenn Ross will always bring the big show.
He does indeed. He loves this kind of challenge, Glenn Ross. He's not going to play havoc with his CV. This is just about brute strength again, and this is where Glenn Ross excels.
Before they start the clock.
The only question I feel with Glenn is his grit. If he can hold on to this, there's no question he can walk up this ramp.
Call him Big Daddy or call him Glenn. The clock has started.
Here's Big Daddy Glenn Ross. Got it moving, couple of steps out of the gate, and a quick foot down.
Well, as you see, the pickup's no problem for Big Glenn. The problem's walking. He's got very, very big thighs, Glenn.
Now he's getting 1 step in, maybe 2 steps in, and those giant thighs of Glenn Ross are helping out to some extent, but he'll turn and walk away. Take a look at that one more time. A solid effort from Glenn Ross.
Yeah, you can see there's no problem picking it up, but walking with it's another matter for Glenn. He's trying to get up from 3rd spot, but try as he may, it wasn't his day.
So what was your favorite event during this Arnold Classic?
Every bit of it. It's a complete honor to be here. This is the world's strongest man of strongman sports. Pure power from start to finish. And it's been a real privilege. And I think I've just guaranteed a podium spot in my first time in the Arnolds. And hopefully I'll be back next year. And I've done this for my wife Yvonne and my son and my daughter. This is for you, so I love you the whole.
Aw, thank you.
Big Daddy Glenn Ross will finish, I believe, on the podium, and here comes our current world champion. This is Vasil Vedaschuk, battling an injury to the left arm, Jamie, and we gotta see if that plays a part.
Well, if anything's going to test that left arm, I'm sure this event will. Vasil's really got to go for this. He's got to finish 4 points higher than Savickas, 4 places higher, 4 points the difference if he's got any chance of taking this title back to the Ukraine.
The world's strongest man competition. Some of the guys said he didn't smile for the whole 2 weeks until he won the contest.
Tremendous concentration from Vasil Vedaschuk of the Ukraine.
Vasil.
I've yet to find many competitors that can equal him in mental preparation and determination.
Oh, he's very meticulous. Everything's got to be right. You can see he's making sure with the grip, feeling it now and sitting in for the lift. And he's up. And he's doing well, but you saw that left bicep there. He gripped it again. He's looking at it.
It will not stop.
In other events, we've seen Vasil excel at the Farmer's Walk, which is a similar event, but has its major differences.
It does. We don't have Farmer's Walks at this weight. Remember, this is at 881 pounds. Vasil's having problems here. I think it's all over. You can hear him wince in pain again there. He's screaming with that bicep.
Strongman athletes and great athletes worldwide.
And I think this is going to bring the curtain down on Vasil's challenge.
And he's just asking for a moment because I believe Vasil may have injured himself a little bit further, but he still will step away from the apparatus. And that will seal it for Zydrunas Savickas. Savickas will win his 3rd consecutive Arnold Strongest Man. Zydrunas Savickas He's won the last 2 Arnold Classics, and now will finish off the final event in his 3rd consecutive victory.
Well, last year when Savickas won, he was the only guy to take this timber to the top of the ramp. Let's see if he can do it again.
Here we go.
Down pretty early for Savickas. And down again.
Quick to the chalk again is Zajunas.
Well, I'm sure he'd like to go out on a blaze of glory here, but he's struggling to pick it up and it's down. And he's starting to slide it. The referees are telling him he's got to pick it up. He can't slide. It's all over for Savickas.
David Webster's not going to let any of that sliding slide, Clint. And this year, setting the record.
You see Savickas is trying to slide. He can't pick it up anymore. And the referees are telling him to take it back. And Savickas calls it a day.
How does it feel to take it 3 years in a row?
I'm happy.
Tighter shirt.
Were you expecting it? You think you kind of knew you were going to win?
Of course, when you won, you think about victory, and every time when you come to competition, you have only think about first place.
Definitely worked for you. Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.